Hi guys, Kat here again from back in the saddle with my lovely horse Buddy, and today we are just going to go over the massage technique called effleurage. So effleurage is actually, I think it's a French word, that means to stroke or to skim. And so the reason for effleurage at the beginning of a massage or beginning of another move is to just accustom the horse or the person, obviously, to our touch. It is long, slow, rhythmical, and it brings about an air of calm and soothe. So often what I do when I meet the horse for the first time is ignore things like this, because he's trying to mug me, because he knows that there's sweets in my pocket. So they've had 2 or 3 nights out in the big fields. So he came in last night a little bit feral. So what I will do is I will just wait for him to calm, take his head away from me, and then I'll reward that, because I will not ever reward somebody like this that's trying to mug me. So if he would just look away here now, he could get a sweet if he wanted to, but he's so desperate because he loves these sweets so much, so it's a bit naughty. So I'm just going to raise that, and I'm going to feed the sweet well away from me so that he stops mugging me. Does that make sense? So yes, the effleurage, to skim, to stroke, to lightly touch. Good boy. And to accustom the horse to our touch, to soothe the sensory nerve endings. And then at the end of a massage, or at the end of another movement like petrissage, percussion or something, it is just to help stimulate and increase the blood flow away from the muscles. So effleurage, when I meet a horse for the first time, can you see this? So the main thing with this is, you'll see before I take one hand off, the other hand is already coming on. So I start to have a constant contact with the horse. So I will come down the whole of the neck into the chest, and I'm literally using what we called in our class as weight pressure. I'm stroking or skimming the whole horse. I'm following the hairline, and if we understand the muscles, I'm actually following the line of the muscles now. If you want to come down over the ribs and down into the girth, feel free. Just feel very aware that some horses hate to be touched here. So it is kind of a start of a conversation, I suppose, is the best way to put it. An effleurage, it is the start of a conversation, so it's a bit like a greeting. And will you behave, you hooligan? Go and stand that way, so then they can see from this side. Come on, model. Come on, model. Good boy. You see, I wouldn't usually come in here with him with these treats in my pocket. I've just been next door with Apple, and she's really struggling with feather mites, and if I don't have sweets in my pocket, she actually just doesn't stand still. So she rarely gets a sweet. In fact, she probably gets 2 sweets for the whole of the time I've done all 4 legs. But they're just still in there. I should have just given them all to her. Wouldn't be having all this problem with being mugged. So effleurage, to stroke. Whole hand, fingers together, fingers apart. Hand coming across this way, whatever you prefer. And of course, once then we've warmed up the muscle using other techniques, petrissage, tap open, things like this, then we can go back and use effleurage again and use it harder and deeper. Okay, so we will start to go into actually moving our body to push and using that, and actually some horses prefer that kind of movement than the just stroking. Okay, so let me know how you get on. onwards.